Hello, 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 Bible by Blacks family. This is going to be another bonus episode brought to you by Miss Jaye and Regina. In this bonus episode, we're going to be doing another greatest hits like we did previously. So we are going to kind of recap everything that we've talked about so far in season 2. From the first book of Samuel all the way up to the end of Daniel in the Lion's Den. So sit back and relax and enjoy some of these greatest moments that we've had. The very first thing we're going to roll into is from the first book of Samuel, where we talked about comparing Elkanah and Hannah and what do we call her? Panini? Yeah, Panini. Panini to Love and Hip Hop, where, Panini is breaking out her 4th pregnancy test. And then after that, we talked a little bit about the David and Goliath story. And we did a little bit of a funny comparison of little David never being scared. You know what else it reminds me of? Another other Love and Hip Hop, New York with Peter Guns and Amina Butterfly and Tara.
I used to feel so bad for Amina.
Why do you feel bad for me? Well, I guess so, because he lied to her.
And she just was so innocent looking and just wanted to be in love. And, she's not even from America. She's like from Germany. So she
because
she wasn't prepped on how, the men of America work. And the one man she ends up falling in love with has like 15 other kids.
Right.
And a common law wife with Tara, who I love Tara, by the way, but,
right.
she could have.
But and he was lying to her too, because they had like 2 kids, I think.
Then the third one popped up after
Amina had her kid.
Lord have mercy.
But remember that scene when she slapped that marriage license?
She said, "I'm his wife." And then Tara got up with an open right hand and started smacking her.
Right. So I wonder if that's how it was going down in Elkanah's house.
I mean, it could be, because I bet you, with Penina's 4th pregnancy, was like she slapped down the proof, like,
so here's my 4th pregnancy test,
and it was probably. Like they peed on a rock or something, and it changed colors. She was like, "Look, it's yellow."
Oh my gosh, I'm done.
The Children's Bible says right here, it says David was never scared. He's saying,
I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared.
I wasn't trying to go there. But fine, we there. That's fine. It says he's saying thank you songs to God.
Good Lord. Forget it. Sorry. I'm so sorry. You said
so it. I'm outside of the club. You think of my
I do my thing.
I throw my stones.
And I pick up my son.
I ain't never scared.
East side.
I ain't never scared.
West side.
No, it's Bethlehem.
Bethlehem. Jerusalem. Philistine. I'm sorry. I bet you that is how he rolled. Again, I don't know why. I don't know if this is the silliness of me. I can just picture this little kid walking around with a little pouch of
rocks and a sling and a harp, because he's a singer too.
Right. And just he said, "What you say about my mama?"
Wait a minute. Who really took David seriously as a youngster? Like, for real? Because I know if I saw him, I'd be like, he's supposed to be king one day. Like, this little child here. He probably had that wandering spirit, like, ooh, what's that? Like, come back here, David.
Focus, David. Focus.
Did you pray, David? Let's pray now. Stop singing, David, please. Please. Listen to me. Save that song for later.
The club. Think of a club.
Honey. Honey.
Especially if he was singer. He probably did.
Please. Just, oh my God.
So now we're going to talk about our favorite parts in our next episode, which was 2nd Samuel. And Miss Jaye loves this episode because this is the episode where we talked about the Israel Daily News. And how we got there, you guys, was actually talking about and trying to figure out what a public censure was and how David had censured Joab. David has a public censure of Joab, and he mourns for Abner, which wins the respect of Israel.
And public censure is like a, hey man, he's wrong type of thing.
Yeah, like maybe a public display, like a rebuke.
I rebuke you, Joab.
I rebuke Joab.
Anybody see him, you can get it.
Yeah. Or unless censure means something else we don't know, like a public whipping or something.
A flogging. He's got 40 lashes.
Probably. They used to do that stuff back then. In the public. I never understood that. I don't understand it all the way back then. And I don't even understand it in during the British Empire when people have public hangings and stuff like that. Come bring your kids. It's that's crazy to me.
That's just too extreme for me.
We talked about that in Samson and Delilah. Remember when they were had gouged out his eyes and was parading around? Yeah, and there was hey, everybody, the whole town, come see.
I don't want to see that.
No.
Write about it and tell me. I don't want to see it.
I would like to. That's just.
Yeah, I don't want to look at that. That's not public, whatever.
Let me read about, like I said, in the news.
In the Gazette. It's real Gazette. These are like daily.
Gazette here. Get your Gazette. Fresh Gazettes.
The Israelite Daily News.
Daily News.
Joab gets 40 lashes in the town square. Approved by David. Come to your Gazettes here.
A flogging is afoot. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how we made it through that episode. If any of y'all remember and actually listened that week, there was so much laughter. I don't even know if people could fully understand that episode. But once we started talking about that Gazette, it just took off and went mayhem. But that brings us to the next part, my favorite part actually, in the 2nd book of Samuel, which is where we talked about where David, and who is now king, kind of went wrong and fell in love with Bathsheba and how she found out she was pregnant. My question though to you, Miss Jaye, is if Bathsheba wouldn't have ended up pregnant, would he have done all this? Nah. Because he would have just been hey, it was one night of fun.
It was some bam, bam, thank you, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, yeah, I think it was it was important for them to mention that she had, that they were intimate 2 weeks after her menstruation, which is ovulation, peak ovulation.
Peak ovulation.
And so she got
her
pregnant.
window was wide open.
Right.
If they had fertilization calendars back then,
right,
it would have said high probability.
Listen, she would have been stressed looking at her thinking oh,
wait a minute.
Oh no. Oh shoot. That was in my peak ovulation.
Oh, what phase is the moon in, you guys?
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Listen, her handmaid was you looking a little full. What's going on?
Your cheeks look a little flushed.
Yeah, a little flush.
You okay?
She probably had she's probably had morning sickness. She had to go back to her counter hold up. If put the rock 2 weeks up, if I put the rock on this row, oh no. That has to be literally one of my favorite parts, y'all. And then after that, we roll finally into the 1st book of Kings, where David is dying off and Solomon is about to take over. And this has to be one of Miss Jaye's favorite scenes of where we're talking about the party that his half-brother Adonijah threw because he thought he was going to actually be king. It turns out that's not it. What?
No, because you didn't get there yet. My eyes kind of glanced at it because we did say a few moments ago that Adonijah was planning a banquet, a feast.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I just started.
Yeah. So basically, those were his instructions. They took off. They rode out. They played their producer tag. Long live King Solomon. And all of the people followed him playing flutes. It says the celebration was so joyous and noisy that the earth shook with sound. Now, back to his half brother, Adonijah.
This is why I'm cracking up.
And his guests, they heard the celebration and shouting just as they were finishing their banquet. I can't even get it out.
Yo, this bro had a whole party for nothing.
So in other words, this is like, you know, all those movies when it be like the nerdy kid throw a party and the cool kid end up throwing a party and everybody go to the cool kid's party instead of his house. That's what this is like.
It's happened on like Sister, Family Matters.
It happens in every teenage movie, all of his TV shows. Exactly what it sounds like. So Adonijah, who over here boasting like, yeah, everybody gonna be at my party, and he done had out flyers. Okay.
Wait. He put a message in the cassette.
Adonijah and his guests, like the 4-5 people he got at his party. they sipping wine. They're probably talking all with their pinkies up in the air. So you're going to be king? Why, yes, I am. Well, that's going to be great. Great news to you.
So awesome.
Toast to the. Meanwhile, boom.
Long live King Solomon.
And they're like, wait a minute.
What's that ruckus up there?
Do you hear that sound?
Is the ground moving?
What is that?
What's happening?
My glass is shaken with wine.
Shaken with wine.
What is happening?
This is so ignorant. I'm sorry, because just the thought of somebody going through all that trouble. You planned a whole parties are not cheap, and I'm assuming that in this part of the Old Testament, you had to have used a lot of resources to plan this party. Only to hear it ain't you.
Nope. And again, you hear the bass bumping, sounds playing. People in the street hollering and rejoicing. And then someone's like, this is what the Bible says, you guys. What's going on? Why is the city in such an uproar? And while he still was speaking, it says, Jonathan, son of somebody else, I can't even tell you, the priest arrived. He said, come in, is what Adonijah said to him, for you are a good man. You must have good news. And this man said, not at all. And this is not me translating in an urban way. It literally says in the Bible, not at all. Jonathan replied, our Lord King David has just declared Solomon king.
You probably heard a pin drop, a plate hit the table. What? Wait, shh. Did y'all hear what Jonathan said? Who the king? Why are we here? I'm taking back my gift because I'm not giving him my bottle. I'm taking back my bottle. I'm going home.
But now, look, I ain't taking. Not only taking my bottle. You take your bottle. I'm like, I grab my bottle. I'm going to the other party. I'm about to go.
Is it free to get in on that part?
Right? Like, does it cost at the door to get in? And so, sorry, I just snorted. That leads to my actual favorite part in that episode, which is the title of the episode, 700 Wives and 300 Concubines, because I never knew about Solomon having 700 wives, and finding that out for me just sent me over the edge.
I bet you they were so excited. Yeah, I'm wife 392. Yes, we got married.
Wait, how? He probably don't even know their names.
They got numbers.
Where number 465 at? 465. Yes, I think she on my schedule for tonight. Send her 465. I only got you're penciled in for now and the next hour and a half. And then I got to go over to 692.
You need to be down here in 5 minutes, ma'am.
This is too much. I would be so insulted. Excuse you? 465. My name is Regina.
No, wait. But why 700 though? I'd have been like, wait, what? You have how many before me? You mean I'm not the only one? There's 699 wives ahead of me.
That's a whole long will reading day.
They don't get nothing. They don't get anything. They all get a shilling a piece. That's it.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Had me cracking up again. Just listening to that episode, that part. But I hope everyone enjoyed that episode. That might be one of my favorites from the season because we talked about a shrine that was like a strip club and a whole bunch of other stuff in that episode. But then that leads us to our next, as we rolled into the second part of Kings, where we get to meet Ahab and Jezebel. Again, Ahab and Jezebel. So basically, Ahab is, I guess he's king of the south. Because remember, we had a king of the north and a king of the south. King of the north. So he's king of the south, which means he's king of the 10 tribes. Because king of the north only has the 2. And so he's, again, kind of bratty. We touched real quick, I think, on there's a guy, I guess maybe he's like a duke or whatever. Like he's somebody wealthy and his name is Naboth and he had that vineyard. Yeah. And he had a vineyard was on a luscious plot of land. And Ahab was like, oh, I want that land to turn it into, what did you say it was?
A vegetable garden. He didn't even want to keep the vineyard for the sole purpose of growing the grapes to make wine. He wanted to grow zucchini.
Right. Now, see, if I was Jezebel, I'd be like, you dummy. We can make more money if you just take over his land and keep the vineyard. Right. Because not only we own the land, we can make wine and sell that and make more money. Right. You want to turn it into vegetables?
Right. The sweet red of Jezebel.
Right.
Sauvignon Blanc of Ahab. Come on. But no, he was not thinking. He wanted to grow some doggone zucchini and potatoes and lettuce and collard greens and whatnot.
Yeah. And so Naboth had told Ahab, he was like, oh, the Lord forbid that I should give you an inheritance that was passed down by my ancestors. So Ahab went home angry and sullen because of Naboth's answer. So the king went to bed with his face to the wall and refused to eat. What kind of brat of a king? This sounds like Joffrey. Oh, you didn't give me my land.
Can you imagine him stomping into the house? No, I want to talk to you right now.
Everybody's like, what's wrong, my king? I never talked about it.
No.
I tried. No. Nice, and he wouldn't give me that land.
You wouldn't give me the vineyard. And she's like, what?
I bet you she walked in with all the eyes rolled. Because I'm like, okay.
You know who she reminds me of in this moment? Miss Sophia from The Color Purple. Pop-hole! Like, just stomp it in. Like, what is wrong with you?
Right, because you know somebody went and told her and went and got her. They was like, hey, Jezebel, just to let you know, Ahab over there having a whole tantrum and he crying in the chambers.
She's like, oh, here we go.
Right. They were like, well, I don't know. We can't consult him. He's carrying on about a vineyard and vegetables. Coming up to the thing, Jezebel all outside the window with cleavage showing. Look, roll.
She put her roll back.
Roll back.
Girls all pushed up.
She pushed up. She got her lashes on, her eyeliner,
everything,
her makeup.
She got that face out.
Her face is beat
to the gods.
As they say. And she probably got her good lace front on. And she up there like, listen, I'm about to see whether or not either I can flirt my way through this, or if not, I'm about to die looking good. And so she talking all that smack out that window, down the window. Thank you guys of Rapunzel in the night down there. Right. There's a
It's a big
tall.
drop.
Yeah, it's a drop. So she's shouting down there, talking big and bad, while the eunuchs are standing next to her, and he like, just throw it down. Like as I'm prepping them, they're like, okay, push her.
And I bet you anything, those 2 or 3 eunuchs were like, I cannot.
They probably was so sick and tired.
Ready.
They been ready.
The word.
They was so sick and tired of Ahab's foolishness and wine on time, and then his wife going around and murder everybody. Because again, if she that evil, they probably like, who next?
All right.
We ain't nobody.
They said we have seen so much foolishness.
Ain't nobody safe around.
The kids is wild, and she is a whole tyrant. She's a say the word. I am trained to go.
Right.
And that's what happened.
So again, imagine Jehu's shot. He looking up.
Wait. His neck is touching his back. Look. Right. Let me step back from the mic. He said, "Hey, throw her down. Throw her down. I want to talk to her. Oh, wait. Oh, snap. Oh. And he put it back.
He was like,
I didn't mean like that. What I meant was just kind of bring her, not really throw, but
and then the eunuchs
kind of walk her.
Our bad.
Sorry.
Well, we was just trying to follow your orders.
And in the back, they're like, they dapping it up. Like,
they're probably being smart. But she made it down, didn't she? Oh, man. That's literally Jay reenacting that king asking them to toss Jezebel down from the window. Had me in tears. And we covered some more other stuff in that episode besides just Ahab and Jezebel. So I hope y'all got a chance to listen to it and enjoy it. And then after that rolls into one of my favorite books, which is Job. And inside of Job, there was just a couple of other scenes that we played back and reenacted. My favorite part was talking about how it was pretty much a bet between God and Lucifer. It really was. It was almost like somebody was pulling money and was like, bet money. Bet money. I bet, yeah. He was like, I bet you if we do this, this, and this, that he gonna denounce you, God. And God was like, oh, I put my 20 on that and a 10.
I got 5 on it.
Because he was like, I know my man Job. He was like, we got a personal relationship. Right. He ain't never going to denounce me. So yeah, he's like, I put my money on it. That's not a problem. He was like, I'm gonna see you where you at, and I'm gonna bet this money on them. And then after that, let's we'll divvy it up. And once the game is over, we'll see who's the winner. First of all, because don't outshine my grief.
That's why I'm side-eyeing him. I'm like, y'all doing a lot. So
you feel that's what they was doing?
Yes. So Joe's probably standing in front of his house like, oh Lord, here they go. Eli about to
he probably know how his business. Which one do you think was the most dramatic?
Zoe.
Why?
Because his name was Zoe. Zoe was like, my ace. Are you okay? This is Joe like, I'm fine. So
right.
So just get up. My body hurts enough as it is. Please get up.
Right. Like, listen, please. I don't need all the extra.
Get off the floor. Put the dirt down.
Half of my skin is falling off. Oh my goodness. Okay. And so now that brings us to, I thought that, if we only went through Daniel lives, and we do have another one coming up as well from the book of Jonah. I forgot. But this is now, we've gotten to Daniel, the book of Daniel, which to my surprise, I never realized that the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego story was part of Daniel's story. And we touch on the fact of what happened as they approached the furnace. Basically, the guards tied the 3 homies up.
With their clothes on.
fully dressed, it says, with their pants, their turbans, their robes, and their garments. And because the king was in such anger, he demanded such a hot fire in the furnace.
So rude.
The flames killed the soldiers as they threw the three men. So the flame is that hot that as the soldiers are approaching with the three men binded up, that they have been burnt.
Can you imagine?
And singed to fire.
I gotta set this up. So you the soldier, right? Like, yeah, he tied him up. Yeah, I told y'all should just, y'all should bow.
Like, why don't y'all just do it?
I told y'all should just, wait, is this on tight? All right, cool. It's gonna be hot, fellas. It's gonna be hot. So let's just, I don't know what y'all do. Say a prayer. I don't know, but just come on, let's go. By the time he even says, let's go, whoosh.
I guess is there a door that opens maybe to the furnace? And the flames just came out and just...
It's just Shadrach and them, they're like...
Where'd he go? They're like, where did he go?
What happened to this?
He go.
So what do? We just keep walking in there? Because they're gone.
And it says it was the strongest men, plural. So if I am behind everything and I see you, Miss Jaye, in the front as a soldier getting singed up by fire, I'm taking off.
Turn back.
I'm not going. I've been like, wait a minute. Y'all need to put some ice on that fire.
Let me go back. Is the door open? Did y'all see it? We had the door to furnace.
For the people, in the movies when the fire come up and people's eyebrows be singed off, like all the hair, their eyelashes and the eyebrows be gone.
It's like,
it was probably that hot like that. Like, that doesn't make no sense that your mind was that angry that you had the furnace temperature that high. That is insane. And again, this part we don't hear as kids. Don't nobody say that the poor soldier who's just following orders has now lost their lives because the furnace is that hot. That was hilarious to me. And then we actually had to split Daniel into two parts because, again, I had no idea that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was part of that story. So then we actually had to do a whole separate portion of Daniel actually in the lion's den. And I'm going to just let y'all hear what my favorite part of that episode is. Meanwhile, Darius sweating bullets in his sleep.
So he couldn't sleep.
He couldn't sleep because he's just like, the Lord gonna get me for this one.
Sure
I done put his man of God up in here. Lord. Now, if I was Darius, if I was king, I would have been smart enough to say, when they came to me with the law and was like, oh, ain't that law, da da da, I'd be like, you know what? It is. Somebody bring me my royal scroll and my royal pen, please, real quick. No, bring it on over here. And I would have wrote right then there. Order regarding the law number 62 that says no one can pray to their king or their idol or their higher power for 30 days is over and eliminated. Everyone go back to their regularly scheduled program.
Do what y'all want.
Okay, and that brings us to our last book that we actually covered for season 2, which is Jonah and the Whale, which surprisingly is actually a very short book. I didn't realize how short it was. But Miss Jaye's favorite part is when they actually talk about the fact that the boat that he tried to get on to escape the orders that the Lord gave him, how it was full of everyone from all the different cultures. And how one of the things that we had watched to kind of reference that talked about all these different accents. And then my favorite part, which we're going to roll straight into after hers, is when we talked about when he finally got to the town of Nineveh and how bad that town was, that not only the people were bad, but the animals were bad. And so even not only the people have to repent, the animals actually had to repent because they had just gotten so out of control. And so I was cracking up when you were reading your part because, like you said, I watched the other one and they tried to make it so PC. So I was cracking up because I was like, obviously that guy's from Africa. Obviously that guy's from
bro. I was like, these accents were they were doing me in. Because Jonah was like, no, y'all gotta picture this. Jonah was like, all right, I know what the problem is. Throw me overboard and the storm will stop. It's my fault. I'm running from the law, basically. And they're like, no, we're not going to throw you off. We cannot do that. I was like, who authorized that accent?
The accents were so bad, you guys.
And then the hues, like the skin tones of the people were like, they had ranges.
It was a range. And so, I'm laughing because they literally tried to say, oh, well, there were many different people who were traveling on the sea, because the guy he talked to, he was like, yeah, I'm from Africa, and I'm going to do this, and this is how my people celebrate and live. And then the other guy was like, yes, come on this way. This is where, and you're like, what is happening? Like if the man was all the way in his territory, ain't no way all of these people were here.
Right.
With all of these different accents. Why my animal gotta be in burlap?
They was doing bad things too.
What the heck is an animal that's doing that's bad?
Oh, come on now. You know them ghosts out there acting real bad.
You think the animals is
them ghosts like act bad.
Right.
Act bad.
Yeah. They're like, hey, hand me my 40. I need my 40 in my Glot. Because I'm about to go run up on Bam Bam because I heard Bam Bam was hitting on my broad.
What's the animal with the deer? They was bucking people. Just, hey, get out of my face.
The elks is just running up on each other. Gang, gang.
Right. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. I hope in this village we don't have the animals run around gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
There's like a flock of geese is running up like... We represent the Bloods. Y'all represent the Crips. Y'all can't come on this side of town. We gonna have problems.
He goes like, who said tripping up here? So that's why they had to wear the burlap.
Rep your set.
Right.
Rep your set.
Rep your set.
Rep your set. I'm from Tarish. Where you from? No.
So
we
ignorant.
We Nineveh all day. All day, Nineveh.
I just wanted to stop. Why are we so ignorant?
I heard you was from Joppa. Where Joppa at? Joppa don't run nothing. Joppa don't run this.
We from 59th and 33rd. What you about to do? Hold.
See a flock of rams come out. Who trips that? Who trips that? I heard they was talking cement to 59 and 3rd geese. We got 59 and 3rd geese back. What?
And you know what's funny? The people were doing bad things themselves, so they didn't even see all the animals cutting the fool.
See, I'm sure Bessie had her black bandana on and was like, "Hey,
yeah, cuz." Okay, all right, no, we're not going any. Nope. I'm not partaking. Nope. Because it's dope.
We represent the skim milk clan.
I knew.
Who y'all,
I knew.
Who y'all represent? Where y'all represent?
I knew. 2% food.
10%. Man, 10% ain't got nothing on skim.
We lactate free up in this tea,
and then this is sound racist, but here comes the brown cows. We chocolate milk all day. We chocolate milk all day.
You know what they call us? How now, brown cow?
So, as y'all can see, yet again, we had another fun season of Bible by Blacks. I know y'all probably are wondering why y'all didn't hear Miss Jaye's voice as we were bringing up the favorite parts of the season that we had, but she's out there having herself a little bit of fun, and she sanctioned these episodes that I picked because some of these are actually specifically her favorite. But don't fret, because again, we'll be back with yet another bonus episode actually releasing this Friday. So we will see y'all soon. Hope y'all enjoy y'all week. Bye.